at Cinema Club. Today, it's just me and Carmen.
Yeah, and our dogs, because they refuse to leave the room. So Rocket is currently, under my arm.
Yeah, we have an emotionally supported animal.
Yeah.
Our other dog does not care.
No, we're emotionally supporting this
I don't
dog.
even know where he is. I don't want to call him, because then they'll come in here and start fighting for attention. And
yeah.
Like,
no, he left. He poked his head in, and then he walked away.
On here.
He doesn't care. But this one, I think he might lay in here the whole time.
All right, you can be cool. You can stay if you're cool.
No barking.
Okay, what are we doing today? So we're recording this a bit late. We watched this almost a week ago, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We watched Unforgiven. You can tell because that's the title of the podcast. Let's see. This movie. What do we want to talk about? I guess, Carmen, you love Westerns.
I do like a good Western. I did not like this one very much.
Interesting.
And people love this one too. They're like, this is the Western. And I can definitely name 5 ones that I've enjoyed way more than this.
Yeah, this one gets a lot of love. I think it was, it won the Best Picture that year. What year was this? 92? 93? Whatever year that was.
Yeah.
Shows what I do. Yeah, 92. So, I don't know. Is it, what's wrong? Is your microphone not going?
Nope.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I remember seeing this movie a long time ago, and I remember thinking it was pretty good. And then when you guys were like, oh, I really want to watch that, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I recall this movie's pretty good. But I think I have changed a lot since I watched this movie the first time.
It doesn't quite. It's just it's a little bit all over the place.
Yeah,
definitely.
There's definitely some major inconsistencies that I don't understand.
I don't know. I mean, it has the vibes, but it doesn't have the. It just felt very awkward.
Yeah, so it starts with a lady of the evening being assaulted, brutally assaulted by 2 guys.
Yeah.
Sort of a guy and a half. I don't even know. But a guy takes a knife and cuts up a girl's face with it. And I don't know why he would do that. That's insane. Anyway, we kind of enter the scene halfway through.
Yeah.
That's how the movie begins. Anyway, so then the whole story of this movie is these women trying to hire someone to go and kill these 2 cowboys who did this to this girl.
Yeah.
And it kind of becomes like a game of telephone because the story of the attack kind of gets more and more crazy as it gets out. And
they never address it though, the characters, our main guy meets the girl at I don't know, towards the end of the movie, and he doesn't question anything. He's this is different than the story I've been told, but he doesn't
yeah, because he's not well, anything. Hold on, because the story is oh man, they cut off her fingers, they cut off her nose, they cut off her ears, they definitely did slice her up with a knife. I'm not saying they didn't, but they didn't do all that. But still, I mean, and then the other side of this whole thing is there's a sheriff or I guess probably a sheriff, right? And he's kind of running the town. He's kind of got everybody under his control, and the way he does that maintains the control is they basically have no weapons in town.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm all about having no weapons in town. But I guess in the Old West, who knows? Yeah, I guess.
I mean, everyone who was traveling kind of had one, so it's a little bit of an inconvenience to walk through a town and be oh, sheriff might kick you to the ground and beat you up in front of everyone because you have a gun, which is probably something that was a little more normal.
Yeah, it was weird. I kind of almost felt like this was pro pro Second Amendment propaganda, this movie,
A little bit,
in a
yeah.
way, because it was like kind of making the point that, like, see, when only the sheriff has a gun, then he can do whatever he wants, and we're all just left to, be beaten up by him and stuff. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know. Is that really what happens? Not sure. Then the other part of this movie that, like, I don't know if it aged very well. Like, it just feels like kind of this revenge fantasy, but like Clint Eastwood's character plays this kind of washed up, crazy person who sounds like he probably was worse than the cowboys that he ended up taking out.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like he was just a wild person just killing everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they make it sound like. They're like, even all his friends were like afraid to be around him because he was just gonna shoot people like without any warning.
Yeah, and it seems like alcohol played a role in that because he quit drinking. But then in the movie, it's like he had to start drinking in order to get his superpower. There's actually a scene where they're out under that tree, and they come to him and they tell him what happened.
Yeah, it's at the very
end.
end.
When his buddy Morgan Freeman gets captured.
Yeah,
and they said, they're whipping him, and they killed him, and they just got him propped up in town.
I didn't find the cast here to have an immense amount of chemistry with each other.
Not really. But after Clint Eastwood hears that they whipped Morgan Freeman and left him for dead, that's when he's like, okay, give me that bottle. It's go time.
Yeah.
And so
it's just like a messy, like, culmination of like, I don't know.
There's no good guys in this movie.
No, there's no good guys.
There's
but
just
it's not
bad
like
guys and worse guys.
But not in the way where you're like, okay, maybe we can kind of root for these guys, because there are many great movies and TV shows where there's not really a good guy.
Yeah.
But this is maybe not one of them.
But it's in those, though, there's always like, they may not be good, but at least there's like a justice to it where it's like, okay, these guys are going to get what they deserve, or these guys are bad guys, but at least they're doing it for moral reasons. Here, It just seems like no one's doing anything for the right reasons at all.
No, and like, they're just doing it for money. First of all, that's the only motivator here.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood gets hired to go kill these guys for money,
and even then, the young guy is kind of just doing it because he wants to seem tough. He doesn't even really care about the money. He just thinks like, oh, this must be the life.
Yeah.
So it's just like super not exciting to watch.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I probably haven't watched this movie in at least 20 years, maybe even longer than that. I can't remember when I watched it, if it was in the 90s. I remember thinking it was okay, and then I was like, yeah, I would like to watch that again. And now watching it again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
But also, I think it's a little bit funny. Sorry, I'm not sure why I can't, like, I got a little frog in my throat today. This is the first movie I have ever seen with Clint Eastwood in it.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't watched any other Clint Eastwood movies?
No.
Yeah.
Which, this movie's kind of like it's a little bit of like a, an ode to like his career, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess this was kind of
it's like
maybe a scene at the time when this was made, a bit of a comeback. Like,
yeah.
He'd kind of not been making westerns, and he definitely was known as being a guy who made a lot of westerns. Yeah. But I don't know. Oh man, Clint Eastwood movies in general are very I don't know. I struggle with Clint Eastwood movies because I find that the messaging is always like super ham-fisted, like this kind of like super conservative view of the world that's like really high morality, but also sort of low morality at the same time.
Which is kind of the basis of a Western.
Yeah.
But maybe I get too used to the modern Western.
But I mean, I've seen many Clint Eastwood movies, and they all kind of come with this like, this kind of like white savior slash.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. The politics of Clint Eastwood really come through in the stories he tells. And sometimes it's hard to separate those things in my head.
Yeah.
And I get a little frustrated because I'm like, oh, come on, man. This is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking of like 10 other movies that I've seen, but I don't know. This one I would say did not age that great to me.
No.
I still love Gene Hackman though, and we still have to watch some more Gene Hackman movies.
We will get to them.
I thought that of everybody in the show though, I thought he did the best job of acting.
It looks like he won Best Supporting Actor.
Well, no, he was nominated.
Gene Hackman?
Yeah, right there. Oh, that's the 2020 awards. Oh, sorry, he did win.
Yeah, he won the Academy Award.
There you go. He deserved it for this one, I think.
Yeah, no, good performance. Not a character I was really super stoked about.
No, I mean, he played the character that was written.
Yeah, but right? I mean, that's what was written. So, he did a good job at that. If you made me dislike you, good job.
Yeah. We got to watch more Gene Hackman movies, though. I mean, I feel like
I've seen 2.
Well, which ones?
This and the Wes Anderson one that we also didn't really like.
Well, Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
It's
which I understand that one might be a little bit more of like
a podcast for that movie.
I'm not sure. That one might have been more of like a little bit of like a
that was pre-podcast.
Perhaps.
Maybe that's what sparked the idea.
The Royal Tenenbaums, it seemed to me, I was looking around like, people's reviews and stuff. It seemed to me like everyone kind of was born a fan a little bit. Like, oh, I grew up watching this and I quote it all the time, which is like, all right, I didn't do that and I've seen it once and I'm probably not going to watch it again. So I think maybe it's something you had to like, I don't know.
It's funny when I think of
bit of
Gene
a cult
Hackman,
classic.
I don't think of Royal Tenenbaums because to me that movie is very like I find it very depressing actually. I don't really like it.
Yeah, no, it's not really. It's kind of like it's very weird.
It's about a whole family of people with trauma dealing with a narcissist who basically has ruined their whole lives.
But then it's kind of got like a little bit of like weird dark humor about it. But it did ruin that Elliott Smith song for me. So thank you.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, it sucks. I wish, but yeah, Wes Anderson. We'll probably review a Wes Anderson movie at some point on here. But we've seen
watch anymore.
We've seen quite a few of them. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I have to like get myself psyched up.
The film bros love him, and I'll just say I'm not one of the ones that loves him. Okay?
They have a vibe, and if you like that vibe,
they are. I understand that aesthetically they're very neat. I understand that. I know you like the color palette. It's cool. But this was not enjoyable to watch.
Well, Wes Anderson movies to me are the epitome of like that. What do they call it? The millennial stomp clap. That kind of like hyper optimism, kind of nostalgia thing. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
What do they have a word for this? It's basically like the musical equivalent of like Mumford and Sons. It's like we're all going to look back on that era and be like, oh yeah, I remember when we all played acoustic guitars and banjos and stomp clapped.
Honestly,
our way to an Obama presidency.
Of all the Wes Anderson movies I've seen, and I've seen quite a few. I must have seen maybe like 7-ish. And the best 2, or the ones that I like the best, are both the animated ones. Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs. Those are my 2 favorites.
Definitely the one I've seen the most. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Oddly. But that's mostly because I think you guys watch it all the time.
I've seen it.
And you can go like...
Yeah. I think I've seen it twice. Macy
that's my trademark.
Macy's seen it more.
Macy, that kind of fits the bill for a Macy movie. She loves that. Studio Ghibli. Okay, so let's go back to
to Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. One fun fact about Unforgiven: this was filmed in my hometown.
That's true.
So when this was made, when it was being made, it was like a big thing. Like people were like, "Oh, I saw Clint Eastwood around town," and because he had been spotted in places, and the town was pretty small. So if Clint Eastwood visited a restaurant or the bank or whatever, it was like, "Yeah, oh, we saw Clint today." And my dad worked at the bank, and I think he saw Clint Eastwood come in a few times
Weird.
to the bank.
So I'm like 2 people away from Clint Eastwood.
I guess, yeah. Hey, you know what? Have I ever told you my Martin Short story?
Yes, you have.
But did I say it on here?
Oh, not on here, but you've told me.
Martin Short was filming a movie called, now I don't know what it's called. It was called Fairy Godfather, but I think they changed the name of it. Let's Google it up. Fairy Godfather. They changed it to something.
I don't know.
Oh man, that's never gonna find it. We just look it up. Martin Short. It's called like something fairy tale or something like that. Anyways, he plays a fairy godfather in this movie. Should make it Dune. Me and Mom tried to watch some of that. It was not my vibe. Oh man, we gotta go back 90s. When was this?
90s.
Simple Wish. Yes, 1997. A Simple Wish. That's what they ended up renaming this movie. It was called Fairy Godfather, and then they renamed it, I think, like right before they released it, or it was like had like a code name while it was being filmed around town. This was also filmed in my town. And one day I was working at A&W in the summer, and it was the middle of the afternoon, so there wasn't really like a lot to do. Like, so we usually have people covering the lunch time and the dinner time, so we'll have a lot of people. But at like 2:30, there's only one guy in the back cooking, and it was me. And you know who came in? Martin Short. Martin Short came into the A&W. He ordered a cheeseburger. I made the cheeseburger. Well, the girl from the front was like, dude, Martin Short's here. And I was like, oh my goodness. I wanted to go out and talk to him, but I don't think you don't want to talk to the guy who's about to make your food. I don't think that's the move.
No.
So I didn't do that. I just made the burger as good as I could, wrapped it up, threw it down the chute. And I remember he kind of took the burger and went and stood at the side, kind of off to the side where we kind of collected mugs and stuff. And he just stood at the counter and ate it. Weird. And then like wrapped and crumpled all the paper up and then threw it away and just walked out. And then as he walked out, I ran up to the front and then I like watched him like walk and then like jaywalk across the street and just keep going. And I was like, where is that guy going? Like, he didn't park in the parking lot. He didn't get dropped off. He just walked across the street, which was one of the big streets, and then over to the gas station, and then just kept walking through the parking lot like a local. But I was like, where's this guy going? Because I know what was in the direction he was walking, and the answer was nothing. So I'm not sure.
I think you actually saw like I don't know.
If anyone's listening and they know this intersection I'm talking about at this time he walked like across the street, like towards the laundromat, and then down towards the Mohawk, and then like towards the Pharmasave, like towards the Catholic Church, and that's where he was going, like that direction. So I'm like, where were you going?
Where were you going, Martin Short?
Maybe he was going to the video store. That's where we like rented all our videos. Maybe 2:00 in the afternoon. He's like, let me hit up the video store.
Like I wasn't born in 2009.
Yeah. So anyways, there's my story. I made Martin Short a cheeseburger. That's an actual fact.
I have yet to meet anyone famous.
I made him, though.
My friend's friend met Robert Pattinson while he was filming a movie around here recently.
You know what? I just had a brain. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to get in contact with Martin Short. I'm going to try to either send him a letter, an email, a text. I'm going to try to get...
You have got to stop trying to get a hold of these people.
Listen.
Who were we trying to get a hold of that did not care?
Oh, that Dillahunt guy. But here's the thing. I think he probably thought we were mocking him.
Garrett, come back. Well, we kind of were. So.
Well, but no, we love him. It just you had a bad experience at the.
I wasn't
at the expo.
Garrett,
whatever.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to spread rumors about you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? I wanted to ask him about that hockey thing. But Martin Short, I saw a video of him the other day where he has the Order of Canada pin, and he wears it everywhere he goes. And someone asked him like, "Why do you do that?" And he said, "I do it so that people will know like how big a deal this is." Like he's super proud to be a Canadian. So actually, Martin Short seems like a legit cool guy. I don't need a big interaction. I just want to show him, hey man, in 1996, I made you a cheeseburger. And I just want you to know that for you, it was just a cheeseburger, but for me, it was a story. And I just want you to know that I was one of the few employees that always washed their hands.
Great.
Yep. I took hand washing very seriously.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty gross if you don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So Unforgiven overall, kind of meh. I don't know.
I don't think it's worth it to go back and watch.
Didn't really age.
No. I like other Westerns a lot better than this.
But maybe we should watch. Oh, yeah, I say we should watch another Clint Eastwood movie, but I'm like, oof.
Well, I've never seen what's the one.
The Clint Eastwood movie? Oh boy!
Like if we just have to watch one, what's
Let's see. Let's go here and see. Well, I probably would have said Unforgiven.
Right. We didn't I didn't enjoy.
What did he direct?
I liked this is a 90s one, right? Unforgiven?
Yeah, Unforgiven. Yeah.
I liked the other 90s Western better.
So here, let's see some ones he's directed. Richard Jewell. I didn't see that movie.
Oh, we haven't seen Gran Torino.
Hey, Sully, we could watch that. That is a movie that combines Tom Hanks and Clint Eastwood.
Oh, you know what? I've seen
about the guy who lands the plane in New York on the river.
I've seen Mystic River. I've seen that one.
You have, yeah.
And I did not like it. Dude, that movie was insane. I can't even... First of all, the propaganda was crazy. Yeah. Second of all, the ending, for anyone who's seen it and didn't enjoy it, I think we would get along well.
Gran Torino is almost worth watching just so you can hear the closing credit song, because I don't even want to spoil it for you. It's so crazy.
Okay, don't say
oh my goodness. But Gran Torino is in one of those, like, the ultimate kind of white savior kind of, like, I don't know. It's like he's plays this guy who's super racist, but then because he's just not like, he kind of like helps people also. It kind of like excuses his racism. It's kind of weird. It's this weird, like, I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
It's like he can excuse really inexcusable behavior because, well, I help those people, so I can call them racial slurs. And you're like, that doesn't really excuse, like,
I can excuse racism.
Two wrongs, or two, how's it go? I was going to say two wrongs don't make a right, but also kind of like, you can't wipe out a one wrong by just doing a different right.
I was going to quote something and then I stopped halfway through at the point where you can't really stop. And then I just said, I can excuse racism. And then I stopped talking. So everyone whoa, don't clip that. I can excuse racism, but I draw the line at animal cruelty.
Yeah. Thanks, Britta. Let's see what else. American Sniper. Did you see that one? Now, that one I actually kind of liked, but the problem is the subject matter of that. I think the guy, they kind of made this guy into like a real, like almost like a superhero figure. No. When in real life, he actually had more of a complicated
The only one I've seen is Mystic River, and it's about like a police officer whose daughter is killed, but then there's kind of like a weird thing. There's kind of like what do you call it? Like, when people are like super rich and they do illegal stuff and they're like friends, but they're like in New York.
Oh, like the mob?
Yeah.
The mafia?
It's like a mob kind of thing, but then like one of his friends was kind of like groped by like a priest as a kid, and then and then at the end he like kills him even though he didn't do it.
Mystic River.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, well, I didn't, but then at the end he like kills his friend, and then his wife is like, oh, like, it's so weird. It's so weird. It was so weird.
You know what? We have $1 Million Baby on the to watch list because Macy's a boxer, and that's about a boxer.
Yeah.
a female boxer. Invictus is a movie about Nelson Mandela and about the South African rugby team. I thought it was okay. That one's more of a based on a historical thing that happened, so it's a little harder to play with.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to.
I didn't see any of these World War II movies, Flags of Our Fathers or Letters from Iwo Jima.
Perhaps we will watch another Clint Eastwood
will.
movie, but not right now.
But which one? $1 Million Baby, maybe.
Maybe, sure. Well, let's say that'll be one of the ones, but I don't know when, so don't expect anything.
I don't know.
Remember when we said we were going to watch La La Land, and then it took us like 2 months?
Yeah.
And then you didn't even like it.
When are you going to see the movie?
Wicked?
Wicked?
Tonight.
Really?
As we're recording this, I'm going to see it tonight.
Have you read any of the early reviews?
I have heard from fans that they really liked it, from critics that it was a mess. Which makes sense, because as someone who's aware of the original Broadway musical and the plot, the second act was always a mess and poorly reviewed by critics. So I kind of am already expecting, like, it's for the fans, not for movie, like, critics. Do you know what I mean? So am I probably gonna like it? Yeah, but is it probably gonna be great? No.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad we don't have to go to the theater to see it. I'm glad I don't have to go.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just going with Macy and friend from theater school theater.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
Sorry, it's for the theater kids.
Yeah,
it's okay. You weren't one of us.
I'm not the target market for that movie.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know what movie's coming out that I'm stoked about. I'd have to look at the list. Nothing.
Zootopia 2.
Zootopia 2. Aww.
Come on. We all know you want to see Zootopia 2.
Well, I guess, as the llama says, you have to try anything. Try everything.
It's not a llama. It's a gazelle.
Oh, gazelle. Whatever. Llama. Is it a llama or is it a gazelle?
It's gazelle because her name, like, they just call her Gazelle. And it's Shakira.
Shakira.
But it's Gazelle. But it is Shakira.
Okay. Well.
Oh, Rocket's come to.
Let's wrap this one up because we got
nothing else to
say. Yeah, the dogs are whining, and we got nothing to say about
Unforgiven. Yeah. Overall, I didn't really like it. I actually got to go back on Letterboxd and lower my rating a little bit, because I gave it a 3.5 because I felt like I was gonna get jumped if I gave it lower than that, but low-key, guys, it was kind of buns. So,
well, it's kind of par for the Clint Eastwood course. Clint Eastwood has his fans, and if you're a Clint Eastwood fan, I'm sorry. I think we're just probably on opposite sides of this one.
Yeah.
Like
I liked the other 90s one better. What was the other one? The one with Val Kilmer. Tombstone. I like, if you're gonna watch a 90s Western, I say that one's better than this one.
Well, there's one called Young Guns. Is that good though? I don't know. Is that a good Western? Is it even? It's a Western.
Anyway, I mean, that was this movie, and we didn't really talk about it. But honestly, there's not much to talk about.
Well, we did. We
talked about it a little. But
I don't know if you guys have thoughts. Email us. Feel free. Tell us where we're wrong. Tell us why. Why is Unforgiven one of the top 100 movies of all time? Well, apparently it's on the list.
Really? I don't know if it's on my list.
I'm not saying it's on my list.
I think I have 100 more movies.
The Venn diagram of people who love Yellowstone and love Unforgiven would be a circle.
Yeah, and I don't love people who love Yellowstone.
Yeah, Yellowstone is another one of those shows that's very like Clint Eastwood inspired to me. It feels like, hey, here's some people doing kind of bad stuff, but they're also sort of helping people, so it's fine. They can, isn't it? They kind of like brush off like racism and xenophobia and that kind of stuff as just kind of a personality quirk. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't like raisins.
I
That's cool.
noticed that.
Oh, I'm racist. Oh, that's kind of cool too. Like, that's fine. That's just who you are. But I'm like, no. It's cool to not like raisins. It's not cool to just be casually racist. Like, but that's just my take. So
Yeah.
it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, and I also just thought it was
I'm
kind
alone.
of poorly made generally too. Like, even if you get rid of like whatever political sort of
What, Unforgiven?
Yeah. I just like it was just like messy.
I thought some of the editing was a little wonky where we just jumped from place to place and scene to scene, and it wasn't as cohesive as I would have liked.
And the cast was just like kind of like they were great individually, but like together they were kind of really awkward. Anyway, I didn't like it. I didn't think it was that fun to watch. And I'm not a Western hater. I know a lot of like teenagers, like you would not think that a teenager likes a Western. I do, as long as it's actually going to be like good.
Yeah.
But this was not. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
well, that's a wrap on this one then. Yep. Anything you want to plug?
You can follow me on Letterboxd at Musty Floorboard.
Check out our website, latenightcinemaclub.com. I might work on it and beef it up a little, make it a little more better than what it is. There's a link to our email, though. You should email us and tell us things. We'd love to hear from you.
Yep.
I still want a social media person, so if you're still looking for a gig, some kind of experiential based situation, let me know.
Yep.
I'm still plugging away on my project here. Okay, that's gonna be it for this one. Till next time, we're out.